Hi everyone, I'm the Canadian lad, and I watched Thor Ragnarok in 0.25x speed and noticed bunch of new details that I'm yet to see on YouTube. Please keep in mind this video isn't just about Easter eggs and references. There are thousands of videos on that already. What you will find from this video are the new details that mostly everybody ignores because it happens so fast or because it's just too subtle to notice. So I'm gonna give you 14 new details that will make you love Thor Ragnarok even more than before. And there's an insane detail at the end of this video, so make sure to stay till the end. Now without any further ado, let's begin. Number 1. Thor was wearing a shin guard as a precaution when he was trying to convince Valkyrie to join him, because he knew whether or not she agrees to come with him, he's gonna have to make the jump anyway, and that's when the shin guard can protect his leg from the fall. And when Valkyrie refuses to follow his path, Thor tells her he's going alone to save Asgard. So he jumps out of the window, and there we get to see the shin guard protecting his leg from getting hurt, although he loses it as soon as he stops sliding. Number 2. At the end of the film, where everybody recognizes Thor as the rightful king of Asgard, Loki also stands beside Valkyrie to pay respect. But notice how Hulk makes a fist just as Loki walks by. It's because no matter what, that's still the green monster. He wasn't smart Hulk yet, so in his mind he remembers how Loki caused a chaos in the entire city of New York in 2012. And that fist reflects the anger he has inside him. Number 3. When Doctor Strange uses one strand of Thor's hair to find Odin, he casts a spell with his hand, forming the symbol called Triquetra. It's seen again on the floor when Hela resurrects the wolf aka Fenris and her army with the eternal flame. This symbol appeared for the first time in Thor 1 when Odin famously cast a spell on Mjolnir saying whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Now we know that, but notice how the symbol magically appears as Odin starts to cast his spell, and then as soon as he's done, the symbol disappears, and that's why it's not always visible in the hammer. Number 4. When Hela first appears in the movie, we can see her dress is torn apart, and she's even carrying some mild injuries, meaning she does not have her self-healing ability yet, but as soon as she steps on Asgard, you can see how she heals herself in a matter of seconds. And throughout the film, her headdress keeps growing bigger and bigger, and that's why Odin said she draws her power from Asgard. The longer she remains there, the more powerful and extreme she becomes. Number 5. When Thor and Loki come down to Earth to find Odin, Loki tells Thor that he can't foresee the future because he's not a witch.
How was I supposed to know? I can't see into the future, I'm not a witch.
No? Why'd you dress like one?
Hey. This implies that witches do have the ability to see what happens in future, which is confirmed in Avengers Endgame, where Frigga, mother of Thor, recognizes him when he comes back from the future. Number 6. In the Battle of Champions, Hulk with his warhammer hits at the sword of Thor so hard that it bends down. They literally show it for a second before Hulk kicks Thor, sending him slamming into the wall. Number 7. Thor gets knocked out by Hulk and goes unconscious, but when he wakes up, he finds himself in a room with Hulk. He looks through the window, and there in the background, we see a spaceship taking off, going higher and higher. It's going for a wormhole when boom, one of Grandmaster's patrol ships blows it out of the sky. Number 8. After Bruce Banner finally comes back to his senses, he and Thor are diverged once again because of the Hulk parade. But if you look closely, there's a very brief moment where Banner can be seen dancing in the parade shouting Hulk while Thor was looking for him. Number 9. Right after Bruce Banner finally breaks out of being Hulk, he searches through the log of Quinjet to find out how he ended up being Hulk for 2 years. There we see for a brief moment Hulk and Banner's faces blend together in the screen. This is foreshadowing that in future, Banner will indeed find a way to merge himself with the Green Monster and become Professor Hulk. Because the script of Avengers Endgame was ready even before Thor Ragnarok began shooting, so at that point everyone at Marvel pretty much knew that Smart Hulk is coming, so they put a subtle clue to foreshadow the coming of Professor Hulk. Number 10. When Thor and Valkyrie were having a conversation about Hela and Asgard, Hulk was playing in the background bouncing a ball against the wall, and one time he actually fails to catch the ball. He was playing all fine until he started talking to Thor, and that's when he lost his concentration. Number 11. The main theme song of the film is Immigrant by Led Zeppelin, which really took the movie to a different level, and so did some of the lyrics. For example, the line where it says the hammer of the gods will drive our ships to new lands is literally the ending of the film, because at the climax, Thor and his team rescue all Asgardians in a spaceship and are on their way to make Earth as their new home. Number 12. In the final fight, Thor was using his swords upside down. He got so powerful by the end of the film that he didn't even need a sharp sword to kill. He was literally killing Hela's army with the handles of his swords. Number 13. When Thor arrives in Asgard, he sees many broken murals and one of them has his face on it. Notice how the mural is cracked exactly through his right eye, foreshadowing his destiny of losing his one good eye just like his father. Now last but not least, here's the insane detail that I was talking about. In this scene, Hela not only stopped Mjolnir from hitting her, but also kept hold of of it from reaching Thor's hand. If you pay attention to the strap attached to the handle, you can see how it's floating horizontally going against the forces of gravity. By floating flat, it indicates that Thor is calling Mjolnir, but it's not answering because Hela is not letting it go. In the official trailer, this scene looks totally different because they had to reshoot for the movie. In the trailer, the strap can be seen following the laws of physics because it's facing downwards. So why is it different in the trailer than the movie? Because in the trailer version, Thor wasn't calling Mjolnir, but in the reshoot, Thor is actively trying to summon his hammer, and that's why the strap is floating horizontally instead of pointing downwards, because it's trying to reach Thor's hands, but Hela is not setting it free. It's a very small detail that proves how much work Marvel puts behind every scene to make it look special. Now, one question a lot of people been asking me is how was Thor not able to take a simple electric shock despite being the god of thunder? Well, I did some research and this is basically what I found. It's not a taser that Thor gets zapped with. It's an obedience disc. Obedience discs are activated by a remote controller, which is also used to remove it from the skin of the person it is attached to. Otherwise, the disc cannot physically be removed. Once activated, an obedience disc is capable of producing extreme electrical shocks to the person it is attached to, causing them great amount of pain and incapacitating them, including highly durable beings like Asgardians. In the comics, it even overpowered some of the mightiest beings like the Incredible Hulk and the Silver Surfer. So simple answer is, it's not just an electric shock, and neither is it human-made. Maybe and probably it's just too powerful to incapacitate Asgardians as well. Now, as I said, I will feature one comment from the post where I asked you guys to give me one unique detail that you think others have missed, and David Eubanks came up with something really interesting and unique. He says when Hulk throws the shield at Thor when they're arguing, it goes into the wall. It makes the same noise when Winter Soldier punches Cap's shield and when Thor hits it with his hammer in Avengers, and I can confirm this is correct and very unique to what I was looking for. I'll let you guys see it before you can decide.
You tiny Avenger!
And to all those people who made comments but didn't get to make their cut in this video, I thank you for taking the time and making those comments. Please keep doing so because even though your comment may not get featured, but I do read each and every one of them. Anyway, so that's all I have for the moment, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Even though this movie was released in 2017, but I really suggest you watch it again because it just has that rewatchable factor. It's an amazing film filled with comedy, action, and bunch of character developments. So if you do like this movie, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to grab the subscribe button because you guys are the reason I do all this. I appreciate your support and I hope to receive it till the end. I will see you lads in the next one.